for all the guys that we're going to have. I'll probably have it finalized by tomorrow morning.
Okay. Yeah, and then Mike sent us all the like huddle links and everything, so we're ripping the highlights.
Yeah, that was all I was going to go through with you, just to make sure you were good. I'd like to look at it really quick before we do it.
Yeah.
But other than that, we're good. Okay. It'll be good. We're gonna still sign a good number of guys, so it should be good. I'm just excited. We didn't have as many spots, but we kind of worked in a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
No, it'll be a good build up. So, yeah, whatever else we need, we'll just talk about tomorrow.
Okay. That's cool.
If you ask Greg himself, hey. Find it?
Yeah, fine.
Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me out back? Awesome. Oh. To our guests and to those tuning in on the live stream, welcome to our 30th annual Scholar Athlete Recognition Awards Ceremony. With a total of 276 being honored tonight, we recognize 65% of our student athletes. This is the 15th consecutive year we honor over one-half of our students. To the University of Maine Foundation, the M Club, the University Credit Union, and the Alumni Association, we thank you for your many years of sponsoring this ceremony, as it could not happen without your support. To our coaches, thank you for recruiting and caring for these young people who have the privilege of wearing the colors of Maine and who represent the university and the state of Maine so well. To our peer tutors and mentors, would you please stand if you've ever tutored or mentored for us? 35 of our tutors and mentors are scholar athletes. Many of the successes of your fellow Black Bears have been impacted by your caring presence. Chrissy, Jean, Jessica, and I are so thankful and grateful for the time, energy, commitment that you give to your fellow Black Bears. Finally, to all of our scholar athletes, congratulations on your academic achievement over the past year. We're pleased to honor you tonight. And at this time, we invite Athletic Director Ken Ralph to say a few words.
Thanks, Ann. Excited to be here tonight. From the day I was hired, this was one of the events that everybody talked about. You're going to want to make sure you're here for this night. You're going to want to enjoy this. And you take a look at the luminaries from our campus who are here today to enjoy this experience with you. It shows you just how important this is and how serious this accomplishment is to everybody on our campus. Excellence isn't just confined to the court or the field or the pool or the track. We need to have it in the classroom. We need to have it in the community as well. And you guys are upholding that standard. We should always be about excellence in all we do. And it's exciting to see what you've achieved, and I'm excited to see where you're going to take this in your life. There's going to be a world beyond the University of Maine at some point, and you guys are going to be the leaders in that. And I also heard a few folks talking about how they have some teammates who aren't here tonight who didn't meet the standard. Well, let's make a collected effort to say, hey, we're all going to help each other get there. 65% of our athletes this year, let's get to 70%, and then 75%. Let's make this an expectation for all of our athletes, because I think we can all get there. I have faith in you. You need to have faith in each other, and we need to make this a fun project going forward, about this being about excellence in all that we do. So thanks for what you do for the University of Maine. Thanks for the way you represent yourself, the way you carry yourself, the way you carry the spirit, and the way you wear that M proudly, and the way you fly our colors. You guys are the best, and I'm proud to be here with you. Thank you. And it's my pleasure to introduce to you the President of the University of Maine, Dr. Joan Freeney Mundy.
Good evening, everybody. I too am just thrilled to be able to be here. This is my first time at this event. I had also heard about it, and it's wonderful to have the chance to congratulate every single one of you for the incredible achievement that you have accomplished here, being recognized as our scholar athletes in this ceremony. Also, I've had a bit of a chance to learn more and more about athletics in my time here, which I have loved every minute of doing that. And I have come to understand the incredible discipline and hard work and attention to your work as athletes that is required above and beyond your work as scholars here at the University of Maine. So I just want to again recognize all of you for that wonderful achievement. I would echo what Ken Ralph has said about the way in which you represent the university, the way in which you are a completely integrated part of the university into all that we do. You see the deans here, you see a number of faculty, you see others who are a part of the academic side here who care very much about all of you as scholars and as athletes. We also know that watching the live stream and sitting here in the audience are parents and friends and others who have supported you in your great work as athletes and as scholars, and I would like to ask that you all give a round of applause to all of the people here who've been so important to you in your careers so far. Again, congratulations to everybody. Thank you.
Making sure I'm in the right order here. Justin Hafner is a two-time school record holder and ranks on the all-time top 10 performers for the University of Maine swimming and diving program. Among other things, he was also a student-athlete peer mentor and was the recipient of the 2017 Henriette C. Murphy Scholarship. Justin is CEO and co-founder of Kenotech. Under his leadership, Kenotech raised thousands of dollars in grants, facilitated partnerships with government agencies, as well as multiple healthcare facilities, and grew Kenotech to $1 million valuation. Recently, he has been seen on television networks across New England for his accomplishments with Kenotech and has been named keynote speaker at conferences and award ceremonies across the East Coast. One would think that this all occurred over a span of years after his graduating and leaving the university, but it actually all happened while Justin was an undergraduate student here at Maine. He graduated just 45 days ago in December with a degree in kinesiology and physical education and a minor in psychology. His story is inspirational, and we're pleased to have him here tonight to share a few words.
How's it going? So I just really want to start off by saying it hasn't really been an easy path for me, and I really couldn't have done it without basically the entire University of Maine, all of athletics, and the things I've learned from being an athlete here. Now, if you were to backtrack 3 years ago, and you were to tell my parents I would be up here doing exactly what I'm doing, they'd probably laugh in your face, because after my freshman year, I maintained a stellar 2.0 GPA. And I learned that freshman year, I learned a lot about myself, and I learned a lot about my values and who I am as a person. And I learned that athletes are held to a higher standard than basically anyone else on this campus. We're stuck to a strict schedule between practices. We are more dependent, I mean, we're not dependent, we are, we're viewed differently than everyone else on campus. I'm here because I did some really cool stuff in a really short amount of time. That's basically it. Things I did in a short amount of time are really something anyone in this room can do. I didn't do anything crazy. I just took a lot of the values that I learned from being an athlete and applied it to my real life. I learned that basically there's 3 values that we hold as athletes. If you know it or not, we're resilient, we're disciplined, and we're really good at making decisions. So, resilience. I discovered resilience after my freshman year, or midway through my freshman year, when my shoulder decided to blow up and I had to get surgery. So, I have to get this surgery, and I've been told by medical professionals, mentors, everyone around me, that I'm not going to swim again. I shouldn't swim again. Doesn't make sense for me to continue to swim. But I had a goal in my mind, and I wasn't going to stop until I achieved it. So I took all this negative feedback I got, and I channeled it to accomplish my goal. And once I accomplished my goal, I realized my resilience never went away. I continued to be resilient in my professional career. I took this resilience, and I'm told on a normal basis that I'm too young to be doing what I'm doing. I can't accomplish what I said I've accomplished. I'm a liar. And I take that and I channel it into something way more positive. I take it and I become Justin Hafner. And this is something that every single one of you guys has in this room, if you know it or not. You are all extremely resilient, and you can basically do anything you set your mind to. You can visualize it, you can achieve it. The next one, discipline. Discipline. We're all disciplined. We've all had to wake up for practice when we don't really want to early in the morning. We've all had to do things that normal students wouldn't have to do. And sometimes it's pretty hard, but if you don't do it, there's going to be repercussions. These repercussions could be not performing well, getting bad grades, having to do more study hall hours at the end of the week, or maybe swimming in the pool for an extra 15 minutes after practice, getting screamed in the face by your swim coach to tell you to go faster. But everyone has it. We're all extremely disciplined. Now, people ask me a lot, how do I do it? How do I do what I do? How do I run 2 companies at the age of 22? How have I done all of this in 5 months? And I look at them and I just say I hold myself to a really high standard. I set a goal and I achieve it. It's really simple stuff. Every single one of you guys have done it a million times. So once I visualize something, I don't stop. And I do it until I know that I've completed the task. Because of this high standard, I really wouldn't have had it if I wasn't an athlete. If I didn't have repercussions. My repercussions now are as I let myself down. But, I mean, it was different when I was an athlete. So that's what fuels my fire with my discipline. And the final thing, decision making. We're all faced with decisions every single day. Sometimes these decisions are easy to make. Sometimes they're extremely difficult to make. But at the end of the day, they're just a decision. And the best thing about decisions, which no one knows, I don't know how, but you can't be wrong. You can basically decide to do any one thing and it's going to work out. You're going to learn regardless of the decision you decide to make. So, no matter how much you fail or how much you succeed, it doesn't matter because you learned at the end of the day. I have failed so much. I am not a golden boy. By no standard. I have failed so much in the past year, and I've learned from all my mistakes, and that's where I think I find a lot of my success. I've literally lost out on millions of dollars of funding because of my failures. But that doesn't change who I am, and I keep going. People ask me how. Well, I know who I am, and I know my values, and I would have never had that if I wasn't an athlete. We're all faced with decisions, and if it's maybe running in a certain hole when you're on a football team, knowing when to dive off the block, if you want to try really hard in practice or not that day. It's still a decision you're willing to make, and no matter what you decide, you're going to learn from it. Now, the biggest thing that I want you guys to take away from this is that we all have opportunities in front of us, and it's ideal that you jump at every opportunity you did. That's really why I'm here. Whenever an opportunity came in front of me, I took it, and I didn't stop. Every opportunity I ever had, I run with it. And it's really as simple as that. And never be afraid to fail, because failure is literally the key to learning. If you only succeeded, you're never going to grow as a person, if you like it or not. You need to fail every once in a while to learn. Now, the biggest thing that we can do as athletes is never forget that we're athletes. We're from the University of Maine. We're black bears. We need to stick with that. So when we leave here, we can take that into the professional world. We can take that anywhere we go. But you can never forget that you're resilient, that you're determined, and you're dedicated to what you're doing. It's blood in us. That's why we're all in this room right now. And we wouldn't be here if we didn't have those attributes, because no Division I athlete would have those. Now, I really want to just thank the opportunity to come up here and speak. I was so honored to even have this opportunity. I never thought that I was qualified enough to do something like this. And I never thought a lot of things that have happened to me could have happened. But at the end of the day, I just did everything that I learned as being an athlete. I took all these key attributes and applied it to my everyday life, which all of you can do when you leave here. And everyone's an athlete at heart. If you're here for 1 year, if you're here for 3 years, if you're here for 4, we're all athletes. We all have these attributes, if you know it or not. Without the support team I've had around me in the academic center, Gene, and my mentors that I've had in the labs that I've worked in, I would never be here right now. And I'm so grateful for every opportunity I had. So, to bring it in, don't ever be afraid to fail, because failure is the key to learning. Take every opportunity you ever had in front of you, and never second guess yourself, because no matter what you decide, you're going to succeed. So thank you again for having me up here and speak. Appreciate it.
At this time, we have the pleasure of recognizing our 2018 Rising Stars. These 78 first-year student athletes have earned a 3.0 GPA or better in fall 2018, their first semester at the University of Maine. We ask that the Rising Stars present please stand to be recognized and remain standing until I call all of your names. Hannah Abbott, Doa Alper, Hannah Bamford, David Begich, Allie Beltz, Evan Bess, Alexandra Bolazova, Mia Borley, Simon Butala, Brody Carey, Keely Clark, Benjamin Cotton, Olivia Dambois, Adam Daw, Philan Dixon, Emma Donovan, Kellen Doyle, Kelby Drews, Susanna Gaines, William Green, Morgan Griffin, Connor Hughes, Solomon Ilyamade, Stefan Ingo, Kyle Jakes, Allie Johnson, Nathaniel Kaiser, Kevin Kane, Nina Kerr, Jessica Kruschel, Kira Kuczynski, Vilgut Larsson, Eileen Liebler-Bendix, Amanda McBurney, Julia Mahoney, Tyler Marinaccio, Lauren McCann, Margaret McCarthy, Grace McGoldrick, Tess McNamara, Sydney Meter, Haley McKenzie, Liga Milione, Taylor Mitchell, Abbas Mukhtar, Abigail Mulligan, Morgan Oler, James Olivier, Gabrielle Panagekos, Kaylee Porta, Ida Press, Emily Reed, Sam Reneker, Jake Roper, Michael Sabatine, Amanda Sandberg, Vinnie Schell, Jacob Schmidt-Sveistrup, Brogan Searle Belanger, Elena Sharp, Gabrielle Siciliano, Michelle Silva, Nicholas Sinicola, Jacob Small, Dalton Sousa, Bierte Speck, Matthias Stelso, Dylan Stimson, Samantha Sudol, Celine Tadenby, Ryan Turen, Blaze Vale, Zachary Westman, Lauren Williams, Lauren Young, and Sarah Zachariason. Congratulations on your academic achievement this past fall. We hope that you will continue your dedication to academic excellence, and we look forward to honoring you as scholar athletes in the years to come. Let's give a big round of applause to our 2018 Rising Stars. We would also like to extend a special recognition to 4 Rising Stars who earned perfect 4.0s in their first semester at the University of Maine. Please stand again as I call your name. From women's ice hockey, Allie Beltz. From softball, Kelby Drews. From softball, Emily Reed. And from women's soccer, Amanda Sandberg. Congratulations to our top Rising Stars. And now on to the Scholar Athlete Academic Awards presentation. The Scholar Athlete Awards are presented to those student athletes who have earned a 3.0 or better GPA for both the previous spring and fall semesters and who have maintained a 3.0 or better cumulative GPA. The award is a medallion, the color of which symbolizes the number of years that a recipient has received the award. Scholar athletes will receive their medallion from Athletic Director Ken Ralph and their certificate from their college dean. Due to the current flu and illness outbreak, we ask that you please refrain from exchanging handshakes during the awards presentation. Scholar athletes, please make sure you're in your originally assigned seat. Please also bring your seat card with you as your row is called. We will begin with the College of Education and Human Development. Representing the College of Education is Associate Dean Mary Mahoney O'Neill. With a 4.0 in Spring 2018 Paris Rossignol Women's Basketball. Thank you, Dean Mahoney O'Neill. Now on to the College of Natural Sciences, Forestry, and Agriculture, representing the College, Assistant Dean Peter Reed. Bronze medalist Annabelle Women's Soccer. Joseph Tremonti Baseball. Rita Chen Women's Swimming. Catherine Christensen Women's Cross Country and Track with 4.0 in fall 2018. Caitlin Gilcrease Women's Swimming. Maddie Giordano Women's Ice Hockey. Sarah Hunt Women's Cross Country. With a 4.0 in spring and fall 2018, Emma Jordan Women's Cross Country and Track. Kimball Baseball. Maddie Kimball Softball. Taylor Leach Women's Ice Hockey. Emily Ludd Women's Swimming. Erica Magnuson Women's Track. Ethan Bora Men's Cross Country and Track. With a 4.0 in spring and fall 2018, Julie Overturf Women's Track. Haley Perry Softball. Lizzie Russell Women's Swimming. With a 4.0 in spring and fall 2018, Anna Schumann Women's Track. Heather Stricelli Women's Swimming. Jane Stevens Women's Soccer. Men's Swimming. Lily Bogue Softball. Pat Williams Women's Basketball. Silver medalist Emma Blackbeard Women's Swimming. Alex Bromley Women's Swimming. With a 4.0 in spring and fall 2018, Andrew Clement Men's Track. Julian Dunn, football. Jillian Lynn, women's ice hockey. Cassidy Hill, women's track. Brandon Casella, men's track. Annalise McCurdy, women's swimming. With a 4.0 in 2018, Kate Pontius, women's swimming. 4.0 in spring 2018, Robert Smolowski, football. Colin Carden, men's cross country and track. With a 4.0 in fall 2018, Lilla Tilton Flood, field hockey. Brittany Torture, women's track. Sam Wagg, field hockey. Allison Wyman, women's cross country and track. Gold medalist Sam Becker, men's ice hockey. Allison Brock, women's swimming. With a 4.0 in spring and fall 2018, Anna Maria Decker, women's soccer. Maddie Decker, softball. Sean Driscoll, men's swimming. Lucy Guarnieri, women's track. Jake Beckes, men's swimming. Michaela Warren, women's soccer. Lydia Murray, women's ice hockey. Libby Ryder, field hockey. Megan Royal, softball. And Lily Wise, women's swimming. Now on to the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, representing the college is Dean Emily Haddad. Bronze medalist, Kira Barra, women's basketball. Eliza Bennett, women's cross country and track. Maggie Blair, women's ice hockey. Hannah Davies, field hockey. Rebecca Patonis, women's swimming. Sandra Lucci, women's cross country and track. Charlotte Minster, women's soccer. Emily Neville, women's swimming. Kylie O'Donnell, softball. Damon Osmond, football. Colin Ridley, baseball. With a 4.0 in fall 2018, Caroline Strawley, women's swimming. Tanisha Sutton, women's basketball. Allison Toby, women's soccer. Maggie White, women's swimming. Silver medalist, Morgan Anson, field hockey. Hannah DeShane, women's swimming. Brittany Cusero, women's ice hockey. Megan McGillicuddy, women's swimming. Rob McGovern, men's ice hockey. Sierra Tersley, women's basketball. With a 4.0 in spring and fall 2018, gold medalist Emily Anderson, women's soccer. With a 4.0 in fall 2018, Molly Bennett, women's swimming. Dan Perez, men's ice hockey. With a 4.0 in fall 2018, Hope Gardner, women's cross country and track. Allison Toe, women's ice hockey. Danny Casal, baseball. Double gold medalist Caleb Kerr, baseball. Thank you, Dean Haddad. Now to the College of Engineering, representing the college is Dean Dana Humphrey. Bronze medalist Emma Blair, women's swimming. Ines Chiara, women's swimming. With a 4.0 in spring 2018, Cora Brook, women's soccer. Drew St. James, men's swimming. Nate St. men's swimming. Abigail Weber, field hockey. Kendall Willard, women's track. Silver medalist Nicole Bailey, women's soccer. With a 4.0 in spring 2018, Alex Danner, men's track. Gunnar Dogos, football. Kate McElhaney, women's cross country and track. Chris Mulligan, football. Cooper Nelson, men's cross country and track. Michaela Sansucci, women's track. Alexander Watson, men's swimming. Gold medalist Ariel Kohar, women's track. Shayla Rose Schlesinger, women's swimming. With a 4.0 in spring and fall 2018, Dan Lesko, men's cross country and track. Spencer Hensley, men's swimming. Gabrielle Murphy, women's swimming. Jacob Terry, men's cross-country and track. Alexis Dietrich, double gold medalist, women's track. Double gold medalist, Kelby Mace, men's track. Thank you, Dean Humphrey. And last but not least, the Maine Business School, representing the school is Dean Nick Earhart. Bronze medalist, Celio Arujo. Olivia Baker, soccer. Abby Carrigan, women's track. Maeve Carroll, women's basketball. Calvin Cleworth, men's swimming. Emma Cassette, women's soccer. Derek Poole, football. With a 4.0 in spring 2018, Kelly Fogarty, women's basketball. Adrian Posinski, men's ice hockey. Cassandra Mascarenas, field hockey. Michael Casey, baseball. Jack Wimmerman, men's ice hockey. Roar Sarr, women's basketball. With a 4.0 in spring 2018, Cam Spicer, men's ice hockey. Andrew Sprague, men's swimming. Jeremy Swayman, men's ice hockey. Benjamin Terwilliger, baseball. With a 4.0 in 2018, Belly Matitiernemi, men's ice hockey. Edward Stromack, men's ice hockey. Eric Turner, men's swimming. Deshaun Wayne, men's basketball. Michelle Weiss, women's ice hockey. Silver medalist, Trevor DeLay, baseball. Tim Doherty, men's ice hockey. Kevin Moody, baseball. Chris Ferguson, football. Annalena Krabish, women's soccer. Sam McCarthy, baseball. With a 4.0 in spring and fall 2018, Lee Nagelstad, women's soccer. Chase Pearson, men's ice hockey. Brianna Ricker, field hockey. Ryan Smith, men's ice hockey. Gold medalist, Dennis Ashley, men's basketball. Casey Crowley, field hockey. Haley Lawrence, women's cross-country and track. Ella Moski, field hockey. Brendan Robbins, men's ice hockey. With a 4.0 in all 2018, Ilya Stojkovic, men's basketball. And double gold medalist Justin Courtney, baseball. Thank you, Dean Earhart. Let's give a big round of applause for our 2018 scholar. At this time, we would like to present Team Maine 2018. An annual honor created in 2006, this award is presented to the sophomore, junior, or senior achieving the highest GPA for the calendar year 2018 for each team. As we call your name, we ask that you please come forward to receive your award from Athletic Director Ken Ralph. We also welcome President Farini Mundi to the front of the awards table. Representing Team Maine 2018, from field hockey with a 3.87 GPA, an exercise science major, Brooke Solinsky. From men's swimming and diving with a 3.87 GPA, a civil engineering major, for the third consecutive year, Spencer Lindsley. From men's basketball with a 3.89 GPA, a management major, Ilya Skolikovic. From baseball with a 3.91 GPA, a KP teaching coaching major, Matthew Pouchard. From women's ice hockey with a 3.92 GPA, an athletic training major, Carly Jackson. From softball with a 3.93 GPA, exercise science major, Emily Gilmore. From women's basketball with a 3.94 GPA, exercise science major, Bonnie Wadling. From women's swimming and diving with a 3.96 GPA, a food science human nutrition major for the second consecutive year, Annalise McCurdy. From football with a 3.96 GPA, an economics major, Robert Smolowski. From men's ice hockey with a 3.97 GPA, a double major in business and financial economics, Cam Spicer. From women's soccer, we have a tie with a 4.0 GPA, a management major for the second consecutive year, B. Nagelstad. Also from women's soccer, a 4.0 GPA, exercise science major, Kayla Brace. Also from women's soccer, with a 4.0 GPA, biochemistry major, Anna Maria Dagger. And also from women's soccer, with a 4.0 GPA, a double major in psychology and economics, Emily Anderson. From men's cross country and track, with a 4.0 GPA, a biomedical engineering major for the second consecutive year, Dan Lesko. From men's indoor and outdoor track, a 4.0 GPA, marine sciences major for the second consecutive year, Andrew Clement. From women's cross country and track, with a 4.0 GPA, we have two. First, marine sciences major, Emma Jourdain. And the second recipient, she's unable to be with us tonight, but it's Tiffany Tanner with a 4.0 International Affairs major. From women's indoor and outdoor track, we also have a multi-weight tie. First off, someone who's unable to be with us tonight, a 4.0 GPA Spanish major, Clea O'Malley. With another 4.0 GPA, early childhood education major for the second consecutive year, Taylor Lenentine. With a 4.0 GPA, elementary education major, Lauren Magnuson. With a 4.0 GPA, an animal and veterinary sciences major, Julie Overture. And last, with a 4.0 GPA, a double major in molecular and cellular biology and biochemistry, Anna Schumann. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for Team Maine 2018. And now on to the M Club Dean Smith Awards. The M Club, founded in 1932, is the letter winner association of the University of Maine and has been a fixture in supporting athletics over the years. Since varsity athletic competitions began at UMaine in 1881, nearly 17,000 men and women have earned their letter in more than 30 different sports. It is through active letter winner and honorary member dues that the club has given back financial support to the athletic department for 87 years now. The club's motto is dedicated to Maine athletics, past, present, and future. The M Club has recognized and honored a top male and female scholar athlete each year for over 30 years now. It was in 1992 that the club named the award after former University of Maine student athlete standout Dean Smith. In 1990, Dean Smith had the top grade point average among electrical engineering majors at UMaine and was the Northeast Atlantic Conference scoring leader in men's basketball. He was a three-time academic All-American, and he received the prestigious NCAA Walter Byers Award as the nation's top scholar athlete. We are so pleased that Dean is here with us this evening. Demonstrated outstanding academic and athletic achievement, have outstanding character, and are a contributor and leader within their community. At this time, the new M Club president, Ann Maxim, will announce this year's nominees.
Hi again. Before we get started, I have just a few comments. I'd like to talk about the M Club for a moment. Currently in the athletic department, there are 18 coaches and staff representing 14 different sports who earned their letter, the M, while competing at Maine. This is the M. Here in their offices, you might see them proudly displayed. Among the scholar athletes this evening, I know some of you have a relative, a sister, a brother, a mother, a father, or even a grandparent who also earned their letter here at the university. With Ken Ralph's support, the M Club is developing plans to help you understand what the M Club is and what the M represents. We want to define and rekindle not only the relationship with the coaches, staff, and our former letter winners, but directly to you during your entire time here as a student. These connections are the ties that bind us together, the past, the present, and the future of Maine athletics history. As you can see in this program here with Dean's picture on the front, there are a number of ways that the collective dues of the M Club, dues of previous letter winners have supported the department, current teams, and at alumni events. It's on the back side. You can see all the different ways the M Club has given back to all the sports, not just any one in particular. The M Club is pleased to have sponsored this ceremony and the Dean Smith Award for the past 30 years. Now on to the nominees. This year's nomination class boasts some impressive athletic and academic accomplishments, coupled with hundreds of hours of community service. This year's group includes team captains and leaders, UMaine letter winners, and record holders, student athlete advisory committee members, 4 graduate students, America East Players of the Week, all conference, all tournament, and all academic selections, multiple Dean's List and presidential scholars, and members of academic honor societies. Also, there are athletic tutors and mentors. Collectively, this year's nominees have been involved in nearly 60 different volunteering or community service projects and events. Now the nominees, please rise and remain standing. Audience, please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. The female nominees are from track and field, a mechanical engineering major, Ariel Klahar. From swimming and diving, a graduate student in human development, Juliana McDonald. From field hockey, a marketing major, Casey Crowley. From basketball, a graduate student in secondary education, curriculum, assessment, and instruction, Paris Rosignol. From softball, a kinesiology and physical education major, concentrating in exercise science, Alyssa Derrick. From soccer, a biomedical engineering major, Nicole Bailey. From track and field, an elementary education major, Lauren Magnuson. From ice hockey, an athletic training major, Carly Jackson. The male nominees, from ice hockey, a financial economics major, Sam Becker. From baseball, graduate student pursuing a Master of Business Administration, Justin Courtney. From basketball, a management major, Ilya Stojkovic. From cross country and track and field, a kinesiology and physical education major, exercise science, Aaron Willingham. From football, a graduate student in student development and higher education, Jeff Devon. From swimming and diving, kinesiology and physical education major, exercise science, Coulter Morrow. From baseball, a journalism major, Danny Casals. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2019 M Club Dean Smith nominees. At this time, I would like to welcome Jerry Perkins, the chair of the M Club Selection Committee, and Dean Smith to the front with the female award. Right on the other side there. Yep. This year's female recipient has been a 7-time Dean's List recipient, a 4-time Presidential Scholar, a 4-time America East Commissioner's Honor Roll honoree. In 2017-18, she was selected to the America East Indoor and Outdoor All-Academic Team, and in 2018, she was chosen the Elite 18 award winner in women's track and field among the conference's 9 schools. She is Vice President of Alpha Lambda Delta Honor Society, is a UMaine Black Bear tutor for middle school students, and a peer mentor through our Office of Academic Support Services for Student Athletes. She's also a member of Kappa Delta Pi International Honor Society and is involved in doing research about effective reading instruction for children. She's a 2-year captain, a 4-year letter winner, and has been selected 3 times to the America East All-Conference team. With the remainder of the indoor and outdoor season to come, So far, she's been in 133 races, ranging from the 55 and 60 meters to the 100, 200, 400 meters, as well as the 4x100, the 4x200, and the 4x400 relays. She is second on UMaine's all-time list for indoor 200 meters, clocking 24.49 seconds for second place at the America East Championship, and she's second all-time on the all-time list in the 400 meters, running 55.06 seconds at the Outdoor Championship. She was awarded a gold medallion tonight as a three-time scholar athlete, has a 3.969 GPA in elementary education with a concentration in social studies and a minor in disability studies. From South Portland, Maine, and the track and field team, the 2019 female recipient of the M Club Dean Smith Award, Lauren Magnuson.
First off, I would just like to take a moment to thank all of my coaches, Mark, Chris, Nick, and Coach Lynch. Thank you to the M Club and Anne, and to all of the people that work in the Academic Center, Jean, Jessica, Chrissy, thank you all of you. Thank you to my teammates over the past 4 years. You guys have taught me what it means and what it looks like to work hard every single day and to be dedicated to your sport. Thank you for my mom and dad. I know they're watching. Hello. Thank you for driving hours every weekend and even sometimes flying to watch me run for less than a minute. And most of all, thank you to the University of Maine. You've given me the opportunity to continue my athletic career here, and that's something that I will never take for granted. My ever-inspirational coach, Mark Leck, he loves to say this quote by Steve Prefontaine, and it reads, "To give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift." And I think that's relevant for us as athletes, but also for us as students. Each day we push our own personal boundaries to make ourselves better and also to make our teams better, and that's super special. Sitting here today, you have proven to yourselves and to everyone else around you that, yes, you are an exceptional athlete, but there's also more to your story. Each of you are equally as dedicated to being a student as you are to being an athlete. And hearing all of your wonderful stories, you push the boundaries each day to make our world a better place. Wear that black bear across your chest with immense pride. You only have 4 years. Never forget where you came from and never lose sight of where you're going. And I'm so excited to see all of the amazing things that each of you will do for the next 4 years. Thank you for this award. Thank you.
Character, resolve, diligent, hardworking, enthusiastic, intense, trustworthy, leader, and far exceeding expectations are the words two former head coaches and his high school guidance counselors used to describe this year's male recipient. Underdogs throughout the season, he co-captained the 2018 team that garnered little respect from other schools, the public, and the media. They were picked to finish 8th in the conference. After a thorough trouncing of UNH and other nail-biting wins, the CAA championship and victories over number 8 Jacksonville State and number 3 Weber State, for the first time in the 126-year history of the program, the team finally gained some respect in advancing to the FCS Final Four game. Much like the team, this young man has been the epitome of an underdog from the time he first arrived in Orono in the summer of 2014. He finished his career as a 4-year letter winner, playing in 44 games with 138 tackles, 3 tackles for a loss, 17 pass deflections, 32 kick returns, averaging 22.1 yards per return. Of the 5 interceptions he had, 2 of them were in the playoff game against Weber State. He's twice been selected the Maine Special Teams Player of the Year and ended this year leading the team in solo tackles at 58. He's a member of the Student Athlete Advisory Committee and co-graduate student coordinator of Male Athletes Against Violence. He helped host or coordinate events such as the Martin Luther King Breakfast, the Domestic Violence March, the White Ribbon Campaign to End Violence Against Women and Girls, while promoting healthy relationships, gender equity, and a new vision of masculinity. At local schools, he participated in the walking school bus. He read books and spoke about violence and bullying and being a successful student athlete. He's already earned a Bachelor's of Science degree in Kinesiology and Physical Education and has a 3.5 GPA in Graduate Studies in Student Development and Higher Education from Fulcroft, Pennsylvania, and the football team. Congratulations, Mr. Jeffrey Devon.
Thank you, Buffy, for letting me be prepared for this. Whew. I was gonna try to wing it a little bit, but nah, I can't do that. First off, I want to thank all the nominees. You all did an excellent job this year and everything. So all your hard work doesn't go unnoticed. Hopefully next year you'll be up here again doing the same exact thing. First off, I'd like to thank the M Club for this prestigious award. I thought I was ready, but I'm nervous again. But whew, all right, yeah. But this really is a true honor to win this award. I do public speaking all the time. I think I'd be ready for all this, but just to receive this award is really honoring and humbling. This past season was crazy for me because coming in 2014, we won a CAA championship, and the eager young freshman I thought I was, and I was gonna win it again, never happened. Took me a while, a lot of losing seasons, a lot of failures, a lot of up and downs. It was hard to watch, just sitting back and losing and wondering why you're losing. You just can't figure it out. It was the hardest thing to do because I come from a winning program in high school, and just coming here, I thought we was winners again, but I took it for granted. People must have slacked off, and it was hard. So this year I really focused in on leadership, like my core values. Like the biggest thing I pride myself on is being more than an athlete. And all the awards, everything is great and everything, but if I'm just known as a football player, I'm nobody, and I want to be known more than being a football player. I just really pride myself on doing the right things, setting an example, because I got young guys watching me every day. We had practices in December. It was freezing out cold. I still had to be out there showing leadership, fighting through it. So it was an honor to really be our captain. I told them at the end of the season, yeah, we won the CAA. We was the best team in history, but to me, just being voted as captain, that's the best thing that ever happened in my life. It's different. It's not the coaches picking it. It's somebody that's within the locker room that knows the person you really are. And I can't be more humble and honored to be their captain, leading them out there every game. Academics, it was hard at first, honestly. I came here, I was undecided, didn't know what I wanted to do. I heard about the KPE program, so I decided to do that. And it was hard at first, I ain't gonna lie. I was strictly football. All I know, I needed to keep a 2.0 GPA to play. That's all I cared about. As long as I got 2.0 GPA, I'm good. And that's not the right thing to do. It wasn't the right mindset. It just caused more problems. So it's like leading to not winning and not going to study hall. It's the little things that we always preach about on the football team. And they were the little things. People were skipping study hall, not doing the right things. And I had to admit, I was one of those guys. All we care about was football, and there's a bigger picture than football, life after football, and education can take you so much farther. So just to my senior year, I decided I want to go to grad school. Now I'm like, I emailed the business school. I'm trying to get in the master's. No, right away. Couldn't get a meeting, just said no. I'm like, okay, here we go. And everybody around me was just higher education, higher education. I'm like, what is higher education? So I took it, I ran with it, and I got a meeting. The first thing she said, you need a 3.0 GPA. I'm like, I don't got a 3.0 GPA, I got a 2.86. And she was like, well, you need to take the GREs. I was like, well, I'm not good at test taking. She was like, well, you need three-letter recommendations. I was like, well, I didn't burn no bridges, no relationships throughout my years here. I was always respectable, and I handled myself the right way. So I took that. I was like, that's the easiest thing for me right there. I had like 6-letter recommendations. So I had to figure out which one I want to use. So that got me in the program. I had to do a lot of other things for, like how was I going to study, how do I learn best, this and that, third. It was really hard because it was taking a shot on a kid with a 2.8 GPA and really didn't know much about me, but I wanted it. That's something in life. I wanted to go to grad school. I wanted to better myself, and plus Coach Nick and Coach H was paying for it, so I might as well use it, right? So I decided to do that, and yeah, and I think it was the best experience of my life to better myself and push myself. And last season with grad school, football, and everything that was going on this season, that was the most hardest thing in my life. There was points I was in Buffy office, stressed out, thinking about quitting, and thinking about just dropping out and like, can I get around just picking up another minor or something? Because there was points I was like reading on planes and submitting projects before games. It was like the hardest thing in my life, and my teammates always clown me for reading on the planes and, oh, what you about to do, read, write. I'm like, yeah, that's the things I got to do now, so, but that's the things I got to do, and I just took it, and I really prided myself on, I wanted to be better. I wanted to be a better student athlete, and the biggest thing I said is, all my life I've been shaping myself up for football, like preparing, lifting weights. Now, grad school, I really want to prepare after football, my brain, like just really study that part now, really learning more about myself, how far can I push myself in the books and everything. And so that was the biggest thing for me. Athletics, it wasn't easy. I came here as a cornerback, wasn't that good at it. So then they switched me to safety. You know, I was kind of mad at first because I thought I was always a cornerback, but coaches know best for you. They always know what's best for you and the team. So being a team player, and I just took it, and now I was a 2-year starter, captain, everything. So I'm happy I made that move and everything. And it wasn't always easy because at first, my freshman year, I was having a good year. Started like the last 5 or 4 games, having interceptions. Then the off season, I got hurt, blew my shoulder out. And I don't want to tell a story about that. It's very embarrassing how I blew my shoulder out. But that was like the hardest thing. So it was like resilient, like how can I bounce back from this? And that was like the hardest thing I had to learn about myself, like how to face failure for the first time in my athletic career in college. And I just leaned on my teammates more and see I just can't quit. It's not in me. So I really prided myself on just becoming better, getting healthy, doing the right things, and doing like the small things. Like that's all we keep preaching, is the small things in football, and that's how we finally got it done this year and everything. So it's my community service stuff. It's like I said, I want to be more than an athlete. I'm more than that. That's the biggest thing for me, because kids from Maine, they don't see themselves as going Division I. It's not. They can't picture it. They don't think it's possible. I spoke to the kids at Old Town Elementary School. They're like, oh, I don't know if I can do this and third. And I got a good example, like Andre Miller's on our team. He's from Old Town. He made it. So I try to use him as an example as possible, but they just don't see that. They can't see it because their sports is not what everybody else's is, so they don't see that. And I just really wanted to use my platform. That's the biggest thing I preach in math, is using your platform. We're the only Division I school in Maine. Why not use it? Everybody, we're like the Patriots. I don't want to use them right now, but we're like the Patriots in Maine right now. But why not use our platform? Why not better the community while we can? Why you at that little window? It's only 4 or 5 years you get it, so you might as well make it worthy. And you never know, you might make connections throughout life and last you long time. So I just really want to thank everybody, my coaches, my teammates, my parents. I didn't tell them about this, so I'm sorry. And my professors and everybody that really helped me get here. So thank you once again.
time, I'd like to take a moment to thank everyone behind the scenes who has helped in making tonight's event a success, especially our sponsors, the University of Maine Foundation, the M Club, University Credit Union, and the Alumni Association. We also thank everyone in attendance here today, especially the president, deans, and everyone who assisted with this evening in some way, including the staff here at Wells. Thank you. To the coaches, staff, our family, and friends, as always, we thank you for your support. Scholar athletes and rising stars are now asked to stay close for the next few minutes so that the athletic media staff can take pictures of you by team in the room next door, that room right there. Please help us move things along by grouping your team together. Now hold on, we have some new rules this year because some of you weren't very nice last year. So listen up. To save time, we will be only allowing 2 groups in the room at a time. We will begin with the Dean Smith Award winners and a group shot of Team Maine, and then on to individual teams. Team captains, please help in organizing your team and stay present until photographed. If we can do this, we can move things along very quickly. Jean will be reading the photo order momentarily. Please listen for your team name to be called. And this concludes our event. Thank you for being part of this special evening.